almost the whole day, my bro. So you're happy about that? Where is Matt? His man's mic is usually unmuted in New York. Beautiful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever. Beautiful. 2 trades in one day, my bro. When last did that happen? No, man, I said we've caught 2 trades in one day. When last did that happen? 2 separate trades, for that sake. What does your runner? Post it in the group, my bro.
It's Tim's Ada.
I'm out the item, my bro.
Nah, he just thought.
Yeah.
Tim would have laughed if that just kept on moving sideways. See why not an EU.
Nah. Said okay, hold on to that position before we jumped on stream. And then he faced me, y'all gold this. Did you feel dirty?
Go take a shower, bro.
Makes you feel dirty.
That was nice.
Notice how Matt only started speaking when he TP, bro. Man was stressed and was sweating.
Yeah, bro.
Ask him questions. Where's Matt? Where's Matt? TP Matt's mic on mute. Oh, you want me to record it for you? No way.
There we go. My mic should work now. There we go. So yeah, as I was saying, basically the 4-hour momentum that we saw here on gold was bearish. It looked good. It was traveling below in 4-hour EMA. As I said, this previous 4-hour candle was the only red flag that we saw. Now, obviously, when we got positioned, when I said I got positioned, I 10-1 wanted to see the 4-hour candle flip beforehand. Then we started to see the probably one of the most important things and why I didn't close out the trade when it comes to gold. I 10-1 hold till full stop. You know, obviously I was a little bit lighter risk just based on an entry. Everything looked really good up until this point. I mean, we got rejection. This is a 30-minute supply and demand zone, by the way. We had rejection within this area quite nicely. We could see price broke out of it, got a retest. It held for a couple, hours in this level, not really producing anything crazy. And going upwards, holding that 15-minute EMA, and then starting to see that rotation downwards. I got positioned essentially once we saw that little break. It pulled up when I got positioned. And then obviously we started to see that rotation here, holding 15-minute EMA. Now, the reason why I put my stops at 15-minute EMA was because if it did break, we would possibly see break and hold, not break and wick. I want to see a break and holds above and bounces off it for me to actually manage that trade out essentially. Because that's if that happened, then we'll possibly see gold start to rise. Especially now with that new 4-hour candle that did open here, as you can see at 3 o'clock, that was the new 4-hour candle open. 10-1, you'll see on any 4-hour, 1-hour, the candle will, um, you know, create a bullish and bearish wick, and that's what we saw there. Bullish candle being created on the 4-hour, tapping into that same 15 minutes, and just because of that, it gave me a little bit more confidence in holding because 10-1 we will see that rotation on it, whether it be small, whether it be big, whether it be a rotation and then start to reverse back up again. If we saw that, that's essentially what was happening here. If we saw that rotation, it broke past that 50% of this previous sell-off candle, then 10-1 I would have exited the trade. I was talking to Tim. This thing's pulling back hard now, but anyway, I was talking to Tim and said, look, we're in position here, let's jump on stream just because of management now that we are in a little bit of profit here. If it did break 50% of that candle body, then 10-1 we would have seen that 4-hour flip once again from bearish to bullish. And then eventually, yeah, we got a decent rotation off that level. Obviously, we were watching that the low of that at 11:30. We got some good volume and then started to sell off. So key thing takeaway from this idea is when you're trading gold 10-1, I have been trading gold a little bit more often just due to the volume that it has had, except these past couple days. We will see, and I told him that we're going to see price manipulate, almost like hold, looks like it's going to sell off where we got positioned, and then you will see that gold 10-1 likes to almost like creep and say, well, are you going to close? Are you not going to close? Like, if you close, there's a potential that I am going to go down, or it's actually just fake out, which a 10-1 did here, fake out holding if 15-minute EMA and then starting to rotate. And that's why always I mention and constantly remind you guys, like, candle closures are so important. They definitely can give you confidence in an idea. Obviously, the only red flag was, well, there was two. The price action that we got out of this level, very slow, and then the 4-hour candle that obviously produced this mess over here was pretty terrible. Other than that, I was pretty happy with the trade idea. We had previous day low, 30-minute supply and demand, 15-minute EMA. We had the break below overnight low. We had flows in terms of this top level here being created. Now, yes, previous day flows, as I said, was not bullish. I mean, bearish, but overall momentum from this high here was selling off. Can you see that? Easy sell off from that high. From that high coming downwards, as you can see, that momentum is selling off. So that was something to take note of there. And yeah, we led to taking trade. The reason why I closed out here, not holding out longer, was because hey, gold does some crazy things, and this is exactly what we're seeing here. I think this is also due to news, just by the by. So I think it might just because of news that this is happening.
No, news is in 5 minutes. It's at 4.
Okay, so probably yeah. Let's see what happens here with news. But yeah, good trade. Anyone have any questions regarding it? Ask now or forever hold your peace. Great, everyone's. Wait, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. No, okay. Everyone's perfect trade. I know there wasn't a lot of people on here, but cool. Dad, you understand?
Yes, sir.
100%. 100%, guys. Well, that's me. Peace out. I know the stream wasn't long. We hit the TP. I know not everyone got positioned. I did send, obviously, the trade at, it was about 2:30 that I got positioned. Let's check here. About 2:15, and we got positioned that I sent it out. So, yeah. Cool, guys. Not the best looking trade, but a trade that did work out. Enjoy the rest of your week. We're up for the week now. We were break even because of Monday, Tuesday gave this break even, and now we're at least in profits for the month so far. And I copied this over to 2 other accounts as well. So yeah, definitely up. Gonna sit on some payouts now and then trade my other accounts. Lovely stuff. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for your time. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you.
Cheers.